Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio, and we're starting at Mean Streets today. We're even gonna start by looking up the manual, because there's a lot of story in the manual. This is Tex Murphy, for those who don't know, and for those who don't know Tex Murphy, it's a series of games that span many years from like this 1989, and the last one was a Kickstarter in 2010-ish. Between 2012 and 2014. So, the story. A steaming layer of thick fog hangs over the city. It's fate, Wednesday night, the end of September. The weather report says the next few days will get warm, real warm. The radiation should the radiation count should climb over 70. Very unpleasant. It's the kind of day that moves with the mercury, thick and slow. Funny how the work drags out with the humidity. My body and brain are trying to talk me into taking a few days vacation when the office door swings open. The silhouette in the doorway tells me this isn't the pizza man. My eyes follow curves up to where the lady's silken blonde hair kind of clasps her cheek near her eyes, which are exotic. Not the blue exactly, deeper than blue, sad and dangerous. If ever a woman is trouble, she's it. Are you Tex Murphy? She asks. Her bottom lip pouts at me, and I can tell that I'm probably looking at it too long. That's me, I say, real professional, real cool. Miss Linsky, Sylvia Linsky. Her eyes cloud over suddenly. They are murky and preoccupied, like mud puddles on a wet road. It's my father. Her pause is long and sad. I want you to investigate my father's death. Have you been to the police? This is my standard reply. I don't want anybody accusing me of breaking the law. Nobody messes with the boys downtown. Of course, I've spoken to them. Detective Clements thinks Daddy committed suicide. It wasn't suicide. Daddy would never kill himself. It's murder. I know it's murder. She's getting upset. The careful line of her lipstick draws my attention to her mouth and chin that trembles just a little bit. How did you find me? I ask. I ask as I sit her down on the wooden chair that faces my desk. The chair looks dark and greedy next to her. Detective Clemens said that if I insisted on throwing money away, you were the one to throw it too. Well, Miss Linsky, before we play catch, give me the background on your father's death. Then I'll decide if there's a ball game. I hear the rustle of silken stockings. Miss Linsky crosses her legs and starts her story. My father was a professor of neuropsychology at the University of San Francisco for 15 years. He was well respected in his field and had received many awards and research grants. About 8 months ago, he took a leave of absence from the university to work on an independent consulting contract. When I asked about it, he said he couldn't tell me anything, not even who hired him. I rarely saw him after that. One night I went to his home. He was terribly upset. It was obvious that he had been drinking. He was very evasive when I questioned him. I was worried about him. He was not a drinking man. I asked if I could stay with him, but my resistance only made him more angry. Finally, he agreed to come to my apartment for dinner the following Sunday. That was 3 days ago. Miss Linsky's body is very still. I'm not sure she's even breathing, while she's looking right at me. Her eyes, which are as shiny as glass, melt. Two tears spill from them and run down her cheeks. Last Sunday morning, I got a call from the San Francisco Police Department. They told me that my father had apparently jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. They needed someone to come and identify the body. They said a witness had seen my father jump. His car was found on the bridge. Because there was no sign of foul play, they're calling it routine suicide. I interrupted her. The police are usually pretty good in these matters, from what I've told me. But from what you've told me, my father did not kill himself. Her anger made her eyes viciously beautiful. He was in serious danger. Even if he had killed himself, he would never have thrown himself into the bay. Why not? Her anger faded. She uncrossed her legs and continued. As a child, he nearly drowned swimming in the bay. From then on, he'd been afraid of water. He never went swimming. He wouldn't even go to the beach for picnics. There's one more thing. I found this fax note in his desk. When I went through his things, she slipped the note out of her bag and across my desktop. It read, Professor, you were right about these boys. They play for keeps. Watch your step. Did you show this to Clemens? Yes, but he didn't consider it to be very important. He wasn't able to connect to anyone or anything. I just know whoever wrote this note knows what happened. I'm willing to back up my belief. Miss Linsky's hand went back into her bag. This time it came out with 10,000 cash. I sit straight up. This is my life saving, she says. I want you to find out the truth. If this is suicide, I want to know. I will accept whatever evidence you can find. But if this is murder, and I know it is, I want to know who did it and why. Her story wasn't convincing me that this was a murder, but it did pique my curiosity. So did her face and her 10 Gs. Okay, I'll do some checking for you. Miss Linsky, suddenly cool, straightened her skirt and offered me a hand. Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I trust you will find the truth. She turned then and walked out of the office and then me staring at the 10 grand. This is a lot of money in advance, even for my rich clients. My gut feeling tells me something is wrong. Maybe I'm just too cynical. I scribe a note to my secretary, dig up any and all information on Dr. Karl Linsky. I'll start my investigation on the morning. Well, like Professor jumped his death. Police say prominent University San Francisco professor Karl Linsky was found dead early Sunday after jumping from the Golden Gate Bridge. West Precinct Detective Steve Clements said a witness allegedly saw Linsky jump from the bridge at about 11:20 Saturday night. Police divers located the body just before the dawn, and Linsky was pronounced dead at the scene. A suicide note addressed to his daughter Sylvia was found at his home. Linsky's fiancée, Dolores Lightbody, indicated that the professor had been under a great deal of stress recently and had taken a leave of absence from his teaching duties at the university. Funeral services will be at 10 a.m. Wednesday at All Saints Church. Tex, you might be interested in the article in the paper, Vanessa. Okay. Okay, and then it's just essentially the manual. I don't know how many times they say who's talking. This interactive movie, there are two basic level of narration. Oh yeah. They explain why sometimes it's I and sometimes it's like you sometimes you have the third person and sometimes in the first person. Yeah, but they mentioned questioning and taking notes and spelling is super important, of course. Yeah, that's it. Bounty hunting pad coordinates. You can acquire extra cash and ammunition by flying to bounty areas and fighting. Oh, okay. Okay. Distant to destination. So we'll get there inside the car. Okay. That's it. Playing tips. Real sound. So yeah, this game uses PC speaker sound with a technology called real sound, which is not really a technology. It's basically because you can this speaker back then it was like a big speaker like this, like you see in the photo. Now it's so small and shitty. But back then it was an actual speaker, and it was surprising the amount of and here they actually show you how to like bypass the speaker and plug it into a stereo system or a boombox so that you would get even better sound. What we're gonna get here is probably the best you could have done. But depending on what kind of PC speaker you had back then, uh, your mileage may vary. So yeah, you can play this like in multiples ways, but we're definitely gonna go with VGA MCGA. Even though the Hercules says 720 by 340, it still looks like the 320, but I didn't see really a difference. So there's options here, sound volume, whatever, but we're gonna go fight level low. Definitely. I'm also gonna put a little bit of music, so we'll have something. Because there's some sound effects, but you'll see they're far between and of very low quality, of course. I thought about using the Under the Killing Moon soundtrack. I think it fits this game well. Your name is Tex Murphy, private investigator in San Francisco. The year is 2033. I've just been hired by a beautiful young lady named Sylvia to investigate the death of her father, Dr. Carl Linsky. Dr. Linsky was a prominent professor at the University of San Francisco and had been working on a secret project. Sylvia had asked him about his work several times, but he would not talk about it. Then a few days ago he jumped, or was pushed, from the Golden Gate Bridge. The police are sure it was a routine suicide, but Sylvia thinks it was murder. Your job is to solve the case. You've been giving $10,000 cash by your client and you leave. And you have 5 leads. Please refer to the Getting Started section, the manual for a list of leads, and some important sections. Be sure to spell correctly again. When questioning people's full name, yes. So we start in the upper car from Blade Runner. This is super complicated, but you actually don't need to deal with any of the... You just need to use autopilot and navcomp. I guess inventory is useful. Save game is D. Help is H, of course. Toggle warp. Phone Vanessa. Okay, that's kind of important. Let's just save the game at this point. S for saving? Yes. Okay, you can't name your save, so I need to actually remember which save I'm at. That sucks. Okay. Oh. From Vanessa to Tex Murphy. Time 001, September 25th, 2033. Yeah, I wanted this, the date. Because I will take notes, of course, because I played this game before. I didn't mention that. I played the whole Tex Murphy series. I was very impressed by it. When I played it, they were all out except the one that was more recent. So the Overseer was the latest one back then. But I wanted to start from the beginning. It's actually when I learned that this game existed and the Martian Memorandum that I was interested in playing Under a Killing Moon, which I knew existed, but I don't know, for some reason, like maybe I read it somewhere, maybe I kind of knew that it was a character from something else, and I'm the kind of guy that needs to start from the beginning. So if it came from like a novel, maybe I won't read the novel, but I might read a synopsis online or something. But it's from a movie, I will want to watch a movie or something. So I made this little like doc file that I might share my screen with you. Right now it's like the people, the nav, essentially what they suggest in the manual, and a bunch of names that they also suggest using. MTC Corps, Overlord. Like I don't know why. Maybe it's gonna be in this thing, but I don't know why I know these things. Like Gideon Enterprises. Gideon Enterprises wasn't mentioned by Sylvia. I need to like know these names. Okay. So let's read this. Yes, I want to make a timeline of events. So now we know that today the like start of investigation, it's 00. I'm being precise here. And it's September 25th, 2033. Okay, here's that article, and I'll need to put other things in there because there was mentioned a week ago, blah blah blah, like the when he died. So prominent professor found dead. Here's the article. So we read that already. Yeah, 11/20. They don't mention the date here, which kind of sucks. Early Sunday, but we don't know what day we are of the week. Again, I don't know if the timeline is important. I just feel for me that it's important. Linsky's fiancée, Dolores Lightbody, indicated that the professor has been under a great deal of stress and had taken a leave of absence from his teaching duties at the university. The funeral service will be at 10 Wednesday. Yeah, more reading, indeed. Funeral service. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of reading in this game. Funeral service will be at 10 Wednesday, September 25th at the All Saints Church. But eventually the series will evolve into FMVs pretty quickly. So the funeral service we're already done. That's September 24th at 10 a.m. I guess. That was a Wednesday. Let's note that. Funeral. Okay. Funeral at All Saints Church. Cool. Okay, so they in the manual they say talk about MTC Corp, Overload, Password, Passcard, but the game didn't give me this information. I'm not gonna use these words until I know they're important. So like they said here, we can move around. Plus, minus for going forward. So I'm going forward right now. There you go. We're going forward. This is the bridge coming up. Believe it or not. Boom. Okay. I think up is, yeah, pitch up, pitch down, and we can literally just go around like that. Woohoo! We're flying! We can go under the bridge. It's crazy that this game has this in it when you'll see that the game doesn't need that at all. The second game doesn't use this. And if we push N, we have the area. But what you do essentially, you come here, you press N again, and you type in the nav codes of these people. So we're gonna go. So we have Karlinski, which is the suicided. Sylvia Linsky, which is the daughter. We have John Richard, which is the medic examiner. We have Dolores Lightbody, which is the fiance. We have Steve Clements. So, and the game gives you all this information already written down in some like template of what you should use to make note. So I'm gonna go down that list. The first is Karlinski. So we're gonna go to his office. Of course, he's not gonna be there, but we might be able to search the office. 4663. Enter. Then go back here. Then you press A, and it just autopilots to the place. So if you really want to, you can fly manually there as a proto flight simulator. But I wouldn't recommend that. Just go directly, and once you're there, just do your thing, because we're gonna move around a lot. So top left is the destination. We're getting close at less than a meter. I don't know how that's supposed to work. 0.15 meters. And now we have the altitude there. Landing pad, press E to exit. E. University of San Francisco. The instructors' offices at the University of San Francisco are small cubicles attached to the main classroom areas. I walk down the corridor and find a door with Professor Linsky's name on it. I try the door, but it's locked. I pull out my private detective all-purpose door opening kit and quickly pop it open. I scan the office, but it looks like no one has been here for quite some time. There are miscellaneous notes on the desk and textbooks in a bookcase on the wall. I examine the notes, but they don't strike me as important to the case. An additional 5-10 minutes of searching produces nothing I can use. Nothing else to see or do at this location. Really? Okay. Oh, okay. Sometimes you go into like a point-and-click adventure-esque interface where you can move your character around. You don't have the point-and-click. You can click on stuff, but you move it near the desk. And then at the bottom, you have like open desk. You'll see. I thought we would be able to do that. So do we go see Sylvia Linsky? Let's go see Sylvia Linsky. Even though she gave us the 4421. I need to wait for it to come back to this autopilot. But while this will be going around, now I don't have much to say, but I'll be reviewing the notes and writing down things that I should ask these people. And the first time I played this, I don't remember if I used a walkthrough, but if I did, it was like very minimal. I used a shit ton of notes. It was pen and paper notes, but now I really want to use a more digital interface so I can actually control F stuff if I'm looking for the name of people. For example, in the timeline, if I get information, I will write down beside that who said that. So because sometimes maybe people will contradict itself. So I want to know, I want to quickly see like is some people lying and things like that. I don't remember if that's the case. I just remember there's a lot of intricacies in this game. Oh, that took a while. The bell chimed inside, and after a moment, Sylvia opened the door. She wore a pale blue blouse and white short that was short enough to be friendly. She was as beautiful as ever, with her soft blonde hair and clear blue eyes. I knew I was starting to fall for her. Careful, I reminded myself. She's a client, and falling for a client is dangerous in my business. Still, if only I knew how she felt for me. Question. Tell me about... So let's say Carl. Just a Carl, see if that works. Sorry, okay, Carl Linsky. It feels like the music coming from the game because it's like so synchronized, but no. He was happy at US 4663, which we already have, right? University of San Francisco. Then he took a leave of absence to do some consulting work, and his whole personality changed. Okay, so I'm in the timeline. I don't know when, but leave of absence from USF. I'll start using that. For consulting work and personality changed. And Carl's. And that's from Sylvia. I'm sure he was in sort of trouble because of this. I don't believe he committed suicide. I've lost both my father and the insurance money. Okay, yeah, because of the suicide. And I'm going to find out why. She's interested in the insurance money. I need to use this as a note. Interested, because that's a motive. Interested in insurance money. If you need to look through his apartment, it's located at... Oh, that's super important. 4660. 4660 apartment. Bribe. Okay, so now I can bribe her. I think no, we're not gonna do any of those. I don't know if I want to do those. Threaten? Feels weird. Tell me about... Like, can we do like Carl Linsky's job? Actually, they're probably just taking the Carl Linsky. USF? No. Consultant. No? So the manual tells me to use. By the way, when the first time I played, I don't think I read the manual. I probably did because I always do. But I should talk to her about MTC Corp, Overlord, Password, Passcard, Law and Order, Gideon Enterprises, Nexus, and Insurance. Well, let's talk about insurance though, because we know that. I'm not gonna skip to Gideon Enterprises. If I get stuck, I will though. Insurance. What? You're thinking I might kill my father for the insurance money, aren't you? No, I'm not going to deny that I could use $1 million. Okay, we have to write that down because that's 1 million. $1 freaking million. But I honestly believe that my father was murdered. And if he was, I'm entitled to the money. But if you investigate his death and you're convinced it's a suicide, I'll accept your findings. Okay, she doesn't look like she has more information than that. She's very suspect. I don't want to threaten her. Can I save from any... Like, I can't save from here. Maybe I can only save from here. Let's save here. Yes. Nav. 4660. They put the medical examiner before Steve Clements, which is the investigator, but that's my next guy that I want to see. Steve Clements. He's probably be the guy that will give me the information, these trigger words here. Because he knows stuff. Sylvia doesn't know anything. I wonder if you know what you're doing, maybe it's faster. Because he goes fast and then slows down when he approaches the destination. Like here, what the fuck's happening here? Why is it so long? Ah. Does it need to go so far up? I don't know why he's going so far up. Okay, we might be able to move around here. The three-story Queen Anne-style home of Professor Karl Linsky has been well kept. I step inside and notice the quaint style of furniture and decor. Nice. Okay, that's what I wanted. That's the good part of the game. Well, like going around and asking questions to people is nice too, but... let's save here. Oh, we can't save here. What? Okay. Hmm. So press enter, enter. Switch cabinet bookcase. I can look at the switch. It's a light switch. I can probably turn on or off a light switch. Oh, it was off actually. Interesting. Cabinet. Let's look at the cabinet. Standard oak and metal entry table with a fax machine. Let's see if we can open the cabinet. Doesn't seem to open. Look at the bookcase. You can scan the bookcase and nothing seems out of ordinary. It's already open. Move the bookcase. You get a firm grip and tug as hard as you can. You can move this if your life depended on it. Yeah. What about back? Oh. Look at the fax. The fax machine is operational. There's a message. A fax. Dear Professor, looking forward to our date Saturday. Love, Sandra Larson. Who are you? Date. Interesting. We have a new person of interest. Called Sandra Larson. I don't know where she is. Relations. She seems to be the date or something of Carl. Found fax note. Can we get this? Yes. I can taste the fax. Let's go. I'm sure you know what you're doing, even though you look like an idiot doing it. It's the bookcase. Wasn't anything in there. The cabinet. Can I move this? I can open the cabinet. So I think this was the bookcase. There's like odd spots, you'll see. Like here. There you go. Psychology textbook written by Carl Linsky. Page is marked. Open the book to the page mark and see what appears to be a combination to a safe. The safe combination is... Three seven three 16. 37316. Can I get this? There was a key to the cabinet, but we just opened the door to the cabinet, so it's not the key for this. I get the book. Probably. I don't think it's important. But so if I press I, do I access my inventory from here? The painting is an antique landscape. People used to buy these at Kmart. Move? Of course. Behind the painting is a wall safe. Open. I guess he just used the combination. Look at $1,000 in cash. Should we take this? Okay, move this back. No, close the safe. That's just open. There's no close. Small dishes on the seat of the chair. Get that. Back, no. Back. Inventory, no. I can only look at my inventory from my car, maybe. Wait, let's look at the manual a second. Oop. Searching a room. Take things with use get command. If you forget to look at something again, don't worry, guys. Inventory system. Inventory of us. I want the speeder. Okay, so it's only in the speeder. Okay. The display cabinet is protected by a magnetic field. You notice 2 slot screws partially hidden and surmise that you could shut down the field if you had a slot screwdriver. Okay. Okay, the safe combination, I guess we don't need this anymore. I'll still leave it there. Need slot screwdriver or field of cabinet in office. Okay. Inside the case is the historical artifact, the Maltese fruitcake. Carbon dated as the oldest fruitcake in existence. It dates back to 16th century Europe. Nobody wanted to eat it then either. Value $4,000. So if I open this, I'm fucked. Again, I can't save here. If I want to try stuff, I would have to go back to my speeder. Let's wait. Trash can. Look in the trash can. Trash can sits on the floor. I will note here. Fruit cake statue in display case. I don't think it's important, but I'm taking note of it anyway. Trash can, yes. The lease is for space in the Bridgeview warehouse located in San Francisco. A warehouse. 4675. Warehouse. It was rented by Karolinsky 10 months ago. Cool. Let's get that note. That lease. The note is handwritten letter to Dolores Lightbody. It says, Dolores, I'm calling our relationship off. It has nothing to do with Sandra Larson. I just know there are other whales in the sea. Whales. And that's it, I guess. He never, or maybe he wrote another note after that. Should I get that? Brushed aluminum work desk. A 2-inch digital audio tape. The grade sheet is for an advanced psychology course. The name of one student is circled, Blaze Weiner. this is another person of interest. I'm gonna write it down. Maybe it's nothing. Blaze Wiener relation, and that's like grade student grade sheet for this one. Psych student E grade though. E grade. I don't know why this guy. Okay. Moving on. We're getting that. Close the whole thing. No. No, there's no closing. That's the thing. Let's do back. Oh, digital tape player. You just use on off. You slip the tape you found in the desk. So there's no using item. This is all done automatically. Combination was done automatically. You slip the tape you found in the desk into the tape player. The voice on the tape cries out, "They're in my head. They're in my head.
They're in my head! They're in my head!
Again, this is coming from fucking PC speaker. This needs to be noted. With real audio or something? What they call the technology. They're in my head, they're in my head. I'm gonna note that. We don't know if that's Carl though. They're in my head. Tape. Back. Okay, I think that's it. Same thing. Oh. Couch. The couch is an antique 1960s contemporary style. The coffee table is made of brushed aluminum. I need to move everything. The chessboard is set up with all the pieces except one. A bishop is missing. The handwritten note says, "I'm going to get you failing. I'm going to get you for failing me." Oh shit. Missing bishop piece. So that's probably the E guy. We're gonna assume that. Handwritten note in call office. I'm going to get you for failing. Anonymous. I need to specify that in case I forget about it. This is an anonymous. This might not be the guy. Who knows? Okay. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get the chest. No. Remove this? No. You open it? No. We on off it? No. I'm demented. I'm demented. The game just said I'm demented. I'm offended now. Let's move the coffee table. Open the coffee table. Stop saying I'm demented. That's like very offensive. Remove the couch. Do you want to urge it back? I guess not. Remove the plant. We just moved the plant. A miniature palm tree mutation is in the corner. Ah. Get the plant. It is too awkward to carry around and it won't fit in the trunk. Shit. Let's move it again. Let's open the plant. Let's taste the plant. Yuck, obviously you're not gourmet. So that's this whole area here, so pressing enter here doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's all the same thing, okay. And I guess there's an area, the bar area maybe? The bar. The bar appears to be well stocked. There's a cabinet door. Ah, the key. The bar door. Open. Okay. So he didn't say use the key. I suppose he used it. A small shoebox inside the cabinet. Professor, I got the possible Nexus password to be decoded. Bishop. Bishop, Queen. I don't know. I need to write all these down. Possible Nexus password. It's probably important. I need to write this down exactly how it is. N-O-W-G-A-R-K-N-A-P-W-E-H-C-E-T-M-A-C-K B-M-G-T-A-I E-T-S-A-E-L-M-A-T S-L-C-D-A-E N-I-K-T-G-H C-L-B-A-K-T-E-W-I-H I'll be in touch. S-F S-F. We don't know an S-F. I'm gonna create another person of interest called SF. SF. Okay. It's a Splinter Cell crossover. I should take those, right? Back. I'm getting the whiskey. I wanted to look at it, but I was too fast there. Back. So it really looks like that's it for here. Looks like there's something in the far end of the bar here. Like the switch is actually there. I guess I'll need to save and come back and try some stuff. Save. Yes. Let's look at the inventory screen. What does it look like? Pawn shop. Yeah, we can pawn stuff. A fax. Dear Professor, looking forward to our date. So we got 2 keys from here. The file cabinet key. And the small desk key. So probably we didn't use any of those keys. At first it was a cabinet key, but now we know it's a file cabinet. There wasn't any file cabinet here. And this is a desk key. Again, there was no locked desk. The lease, the note, the grade sheet, the papers. Whiskey. Full. And now it's at a different... This is definitely not the order that I picked them up. It's not an alphabetical order. I don't know what's the order of this. Of these inventory items. Okay, exit. Let's try to open up the fruitcake cabinet. Display case. You receive a powerful electric shock when you touch a glass case and the burglar alarm is set off. You have 5 minutes to shut it off before the police arrives. Fuck. Oh, that's me that screamed like that. It could be anywhere, you know, it's... I didn't move a lot of stuff here. Let's try moving stuff. Let's try moving the chair. Oh. Did it just reset the timer though? No. Can I open it? Try, but it just won't budge. To open the disc? Okay, so if I... Oh, there's a drawer there. Did I open that last time? Yeah, I probably opened it. But it didn't talk about any keys here. Oh, maybe the plant? How would you shut down that alarm? I'm guessing there's a way to shut it down. I'm not super interested in finding it, but I'm curious. It's definitely not this. Let's reload. Oh, we can't reload from this screen. Okay. Let's wait the 5 minutes then. I could have tasted the whiskey, I just realized. Once in my inventory though, I don't know how to use it anymore. Let's look at the manual again, what they say about inventory stuff. To get cash, how to get ammunition. No. One minute 25. I'm not gonna reset the game. We'll see what happens. If I try to open the door. It's really not fast. Wait 2 seconds. We're gonna die. Ah! What the fuck? No, don't taste it. Now it says 6 minute 38, but we were just there. Wait, if we did that, can we get the fruitcake thing? Oh, and maybe we can pawn that and get a shit ton of money. Oh yeah, I see that. Oh yeah, totally. Oh no, I'm a dumbass. Now it starts again. Well, I know how to stop it. Am I getting damaged now? We need the screwdriver. I need to move everything, that's what it means. Can you believe it? I need to move the shoebox to see the switch. And we already had opened the shoebox, taken what's in it, you know. Like, how can the music be so synchronized like that? That's crazy. Yeah. I'm actually gonna reload. Just in case. I don't want any alarms to have been off or anything. Okay, so now we have choices. But again, I want more information about the case. And I'm pretty sure that all these passwords are anagrams. Of course they're anagrams. So I'm gonna put them in an order here that I can put the thing I think it is afterwards. There's a shit ton of them. So the first one is probably Bishop. It was like ISBPHO. The other was UEQNE, so Queen. Then we have LASENTOLW. So it's not pawn or what's the other ones? I don't know. Um, Laszlo, I don't know. Nodgar, Nodgar. I don't know. All the other ones I don't know, except this one is pawn. Oh, rook. Oh, king. So what's the list of the... Because in French they're a little different. Chess pieces. I'm missing bishop, knights. Knight. King, queen, rook, knight, bishop, pawn. That's all done, but there's still like a bunch missing. Like GNUP or SLCTAE. That seems like an easy one. Select? No. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's travel to Mr. Steve Clements, which is the investigator of the whole thing. Nav. 4680. Oh, when we talked to Sylvia, I didn't ask about all the other characters. I should have. Okay, but let's go to Steve this time. Okay. Is it that close? 1.24 meters or whatever? Yeah, we're super close. Okay, let's save as, always save as the one when it's like my default save. The literally only song in the game. 1989. I entered the West Precinct station near the Bay Bridge. Walking down the narrow corridor, I see a number of posters in support of the law and order political party. Oh, that's why I can ask about law and order. So apparently that's going to be important. I find the office of Police Detective Steve Clements and walk in. Clements greets me with his usual belligerency. What do you want, Shamus? Shamus? He snarls. Tell me about Carl Linsky. Why are you interested in him? Oh, I get it. His daughter wasn't happy with our investigation. She's knocking the hell out of cops over a simple suicide. Well, she's wasting your time and her money. We've got witnesses. Named Bash Daggett. Bash Daggett. even left a suicide note. He hands me the copy. Bash Daggett is witness to suicide. He hands me the copy. The note reads, Sylvia, I'm too tired of and too sick of living. Please forgive me, Dad. How much more proof does that girl need? Sylvia Linsky. No, you can't. No. She's headstrong and thinks she knows everything, but she's a good-looking dame, that's for sure. I've heard she's a bit frisky, so watch yourself. John. John Richard is the medic examiner, whatever. No. Okay. Did I actually write it correctly? John Richard. Should he know this? Whatever. Dolores. Light body. Dolores, I never understood what Carl Linsky saw in her. If she were a building, she'd be condemned. Talk about you. I'm fine, but you didn't come here to talk about me. Sandra Larson. Really? Are you sure? Sandra Larson. Okay, maybe. Let's talk about Blaze. Shut up. I didn't type it correctly. A Bash Daggett. I'm so stupid. It's Bash, not Blaze. Blaze is the student. I'm afraid the nicest thing I can say about Daggett is that he's the ultimate low-life scumbag. Apparently this guy is a scumbag. That's great. So your witness is a scumbag. Cool. You'll find him past the mission district. NC 464657. Tell me about Bishop. Whoops. Bishop. Tell me about password. How we know about these things. But like Overlord, I don't know what that is. Nexus. Well, Nexus, yes, we know about Nexus now. No. Insurance. No. Law and order. A lot of the police officers think the law and order part is just what the city needs. But that outfit scares me. Okay, so law and order. Mr. Steven says the officers thinks it's what city needs, but is scared of them. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna go see Mr. Bash Daggett. See what he's about. Bye. Oops. Exit loading. I think that's where I was. But let's also save on this here. There you go. Let's go there, and while it's driving there, I'm gonna take a little break. 4657. Okay, and you take a break, I'll be back.
Okay, kid, show me what you got. Yeah, right. Next. Yes. Next. Ooh, scary. Next. 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 Next.
Final Fantasy III. Do you have what it takes? Final Fantasy III from Squaresoft.
Next.
Open a gateway to a world where orcs and humans battle over land, sea, and air for the dominance of Azeroth. Years have passed since the first war between man and orc. Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness, available now from Blizzard Entertainment.
Oh man, these stakeouts are murder. I'm so bored my head's going numb.
Try 3.
3 tablets?
No, Police Quest 3 from Sierra Online.
It's got hard-hitting, real adventure game strength. Real actors, video captured and animated. Real action. Use authentic police procedures if you want to survive. Real cases. Track down a ring of crack dealers in a town held in the grip of terror by brutal cult killers. For fast-acting boredom relief, try Police Quest 3 from Sierra.
Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously. The intense realism of Panasonic Real 3DO.
Okay. I just saved, right? No, I didn't save when I came back here. save. Oh, actually, that's the sound. Oh shit. I don't even know how this works. Space. Yeah, this isn't too hard. Just advance like that. Okay, go. I was there maybe. Oh my god. Load. Okay, go, 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 go. Loading. They weren't kidding about this being a rough neighborhood. Blown out, wasted buildings are occupied by the bottom rung of society. You'd have to have a jungle mentality to survive here. I find a suitable place to wait. I'm hoping to see the guy who witnessed Linsky's suicide. Clemens showed me a mugshot of Daggett, whom he described as the ultimate low-life scumbag. I finally see the guy. Looking at him quickly dispels the myth that a little inbreeding never hurt anyone. Tell me about Carl Linsky. Stick it, fish face. Okay, I probably will have to threaten or something, right? Let's go with threaten. No time for diplomacy. I threaten to bash and crack heads if I don't get the right information. I slam my fist in his soft, flabby stomach and he buckles over. I then catch his chin with a solid haymaker that sends him staggering back against the wall. Okay, that's enough. I'll talk. Yeah, I saw the old Greiser job, but the whole incident was outrageously bizarro. The old geek walks by like Dawn of the Dead. Then, he was about 30 feet past me. Okay, I will write a little bit of this down here. Okay, so this is from, what's his name? This guy's name? This is Bash. Okay, Bash. When this car lit a zombie like climbs over the barrier and nosedive into the bay. The amped old buzzard didn't even hesitate. Witness Carl zombie like 30 feet past him. Climbed, railed, jumped. No hesitation. So it was like, it was forced, seems like. It's in my head. They're in my head. They're in my head. So they're controlling him. In his head. Okay. So do we continue threatening? Why not? Bang, bing, boom, bang. Okay, but can we talk about something else? He doesn't know anything else, right? He doesn't know anything. He just saw the. He just saw that. I don't think we'll get more than that from him. I can't show like notes to him or. Still ask some question. I don't want to have to do the fighting part again. So let's talk about password, whatever. No, of course not. Nexus. No, of course not. Insurance. Of course not. And I don't know, the bridge itself or I don't know. Maybe the only information this guy has is that. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, let's go see Miss Dolores Lightbody. That's her ex-wife. No, fiance. Fiance, but ex-fiance now. That guy had another girlfriend. Sandra Larson. Did I talk about Sandra Larson to the police guy? Am I being thorough here? I feel like I'm not. I need to be more careful. Nav 4920. Enter. Possible Nexus password. Nodgar. Rag. Nod. Ag. Nord. Dragon. Dragon. Nodgar is dragon. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Gnop. And Nug or Gump Pong? Pong, maybe. Okay.
You want pie? assign 1 credit for a violation of the...
Fuck that Smith and Battletech sorry mission.
Fuck you.
What is that one? Girardelli. Dolores Lightbody lives in a well-kept Victorian house in a neighborhood filled with the houses of attorneys and bankers. I walk up to the front door and ring the bell. She answers the door. Miss Lightbody is not what I expected. She has the face of a saint. A Saint Bernard. Aww. Come on, Tex. Tell me about Carl Linsky. Carl was my fiancé, and he had been quite upset lately. He was worried about the project he was working on. He wouldn't talk about it. In specific, Carl lived at NC660. We already have this information. But he didn't work there. I think he had a lab somewhere in the city. His work must have been for the government because everything was top secret. Question. Project. Well. No. Sylvia Linsky. Sylvia and I never got along very well. When her father died, she was quite upset. She was even more upset when she talked to Peter Dahl, the insurance agent. Exactly, it's all about the fucking insurance money for her. She's not interested. Like, we're gonna learn something else about this thing, but for her, it's all about the money. But I don't think she did anything. I just think she's upset with the she's obsessed with the money. So Peter Dahl. Will she give us the where he is? Insurance agent. It seems the insurance company would not pay the $1 million because her father's death was declared a suicide. Okay. Question. Again, I'm going through all the names because I'm not taking any chances. Richard. John Richard. No, then herself. Well, let's talk about herself. Light body. Get it? I guess I'm just lucky to be beautiful, but don't try anything with me now because I'm too upset. Come back in a week or so. I think it's, I know what you're talking about, base. It's the one where you start a big desert base and multiple potential. Has multiple potentials for ammunition. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I can tell you, maybe look at what I did. I don't know if it's on YouTube, maybe Twitch, but you might have to go back for a while, but it should be there. It's a pain. You have to make compromises for sure, but there's ways to do it, definitely. Like, I knew exactly what mission you were talking about. That's the... I don't know if it's the artist, but... It's definitely a pain. Officer Clements asked me some question about Carl's death. I'm afraid I couldn't help him much. With the exploding munition, you need to use that. Yeah, you definitely need to blow up the enemy. And in a strategic way, like sometimes you need to wait for it to be very optimal. Steve Clements. Officer Clements asked me some question about Carl's death. I'm afraid I couldn't help much. Sandra, she definitely knows about Sandra. She's a no-good tramp who tried to steal Carl from me. Yeah, okay. Blaze Wiener. Blaze Wiener is the student. Blaze, I just want to be sure that probably no one will know about him. No. SF. We can always try. Bash. Probably don't know about Bash. No. But maybe if I ask about Peter, she'll tell me where Peter is. Yes. NC 4674. Coolio. Let's go. I'm not gonna do any of those. Looks interesting though. Like, am I bribing threatened on what she's answering now, or is that like a general? I'm gonna go back in my car and save and threaten her, bribe her, see what happens. Save here, yes. And also save here, yes. Saint Bernard. Yeah, whatever. Now we don't have the threaten, you know. I call her a fat tub of guts and threaten to use her face as a doormat if she doesn't give me the straight story. I'm really looking forward to a good skull bashing, but I'm too cocky. I throw a punch, but she ducks and I stumble forward. She slams her right fist against the side of my chin. Her wallops could knock out a horse. I wake up a few minutes later feeling like I've been hit with a crowbar. That's the guy who wrote the whole thing. Chris Cooper, something like that. And he's the face of Tex, and he's the face of Tex and all the Tex Murphys. It's pretty like amazing. Yeah. Kudos to the guy. Like, he's stuck with his character, and like, I don't know, like when he did this, you probably didn't know that in a couple of years somebody would be filming him acting as Tex Murphy. Yeah, exit. Does that do anything? Like, we can just talk to her, she's fine. Let's talk about, I don't know, the Steve Clements. Not interested in your bribe. Keep your money. I'll tell you what I know. Okay. Okay, we're gonna reload. I don't know how much money you would. Oh, sorry. I don't think I lost anything. Okay, go back in the nav. Let's go see Mr. Insurance Agent Peter Dahl. 4674. Seven. Wow, that's far away from here. Let's do some anagrams. That's a hard one. EHCETMACK. Base. There's no F. That one's tough. BMGTAI. BAI. BAMI. GT. Gambit. Gambit. I think so. Gambit. I'm getting all of them. I don't know about that one. That SLCTAE, that's an easy one, right? CLEAST, Cleast. BACESL Les I don't know. We arrived. I should have saved. Peter Dahl is the vice president of the Transamerica Insurance Company. Most insurance people aren't really exciting, but he's so boring. Even looking at him could put you to sleep. Carl Linsky. Mr. Linsky had taken an insurance policy out on himself in July. The amount of policy was... Okay, let's write that down in the timeline. So I don't know where there's a leave of absence from USF. I don't know when that happened. Bash witnessed the thing. I don't know exactly when that happened, but I will deduce it off stream with the dates they give me. But that's like a week ago or something. And then this guy says that Carl took insurance for 1 million in July. Okay. There's a clause in life insurance, yeah, about suicide events. So that the policy is null and void. Tell me about Sylvia. He harassed you for the money or something. Sylvia Linsky demanded that her father's insurance be paid, but the policy becomes void in the case of suicide. I told her we were sorry, but nothing could be done. She screamed, "We'll see about that," and stormed out of my office. Tell me about John Richard. Tell me about Dolores. It's Dolores, not Dolores. Light body. Dolores light body. Not only as she kept her girlish figure, she's doubled it. That's supposed to be a joke. Wow. Steve Clements. That's possible. Let's see. Steve Clements. That's it. No. Sandra Larson. No. Blaze Wiener. No. SF. No. Bash Daggett. Of course not. And you're Peter Dahl. Let's talk about you. Peter Dahl, you're super Dahl. What? Usually they do talk a little bit about themselves. I love my work in the insurance field. It's my life. I've been thinking about a policy for a man in your line of work. How about a limited pay whole life plan with an optional family rider and waiver of premium with disability accidents? I should threaten him for this. Insurance. Professor Linsky took out an insurance policy several months ago, naming his daughter as beneficiary. Other things I could ask about. Law and Order. This town's not big enough for the two of us. Dicks. I've heard the name, but I don't know much about them. I'm not very political. Password. Good evening, Arrogant. Nothing there. And that's it. There's that MTC Corp. I guess that's the corporation that he worked at. Like, they wrote that down in the manual almost maybe as some weird form of copy protection. Because these things are not mentioned in the game itself. But they're not even mentioned in the description of the story. They're only mentioned later. I'll show you. I think I already showed you the whole thing, but like, so they talk about like landing at your destination, use your, and then questioning witness and suspect, and then ask question about the following. MTC Corp, I have no idea where they got that. Gideon Enterprises, no idea where they got that. Overlord, no idea. Passcard password. Law and Order, yes I know. Nexus, I kind of know. And Insurance, yes. Things that it seems that I should know, but I don't. Because it's definitely not mentioned in this here. It should be mentioned here, actually. But it's not. My assumption is that MTC Corp is probably... MTC Corp or Gideon is the enterprise that asks Tix, that asks Mr. Karlinsky to work for them. Yeah, I would highly recommend them. They're really good. If you like detective work, if you don't, maybe skip the 2 first and switch directly to Under a Killing Moon, which is FMV and requires less notes taking, but I would still recommend taking notes. So I think I talked to him about everything. We didn't get any information from him. Which is weird. We do have a place we haven't been to. Oh, I wanted to threaten him. I want to just talk about anything here. Saving before end, even though it doesn't seem like it's a big deal to threaten people in this game. Maybe I should always do that. I don't know. Oh, I guess we went to the far end of the Tex Murphy music. Let's go back at the beginning. Because this game doesn't have it. Well, there is music in this game. There's one song. Sleep now, endless gaming later. Excellent. Have a great night. Let's threaten this guy. I tell him if he doesn't tell me what he knows, I'll tell him outside and make him wish he'd never been born. Big mistake. Before I have a chance to do any more than shoot my mouth off, two guys appear from nowhere, work me over pretty good and knock me out. As I regain consciousness, I gradually realize I'm being thrown out the front door. Let's go back in. Now let's bribe the guy.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Abstractism, how's it going? Ah, shit. It's annoying that I have to ask about something just to have access to this. No, not threatened. It seems it is a bribe or a threaten about the thing we're talking about. So let's go to a warehouse. How is this? I love these games. I love the Tex Murphy series. I think they're amazing games. I don't think they're for everybody. But like if you don't manually drive your car here and you just use the autopilot, and you put the difficulty of the fighting at easiest, you have a pretty good adventure game there with a cool story. And they just get better and better, the games. And once you get to, and if this scares you or like, oh, this just looks like shit. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, definitely. But just maybe skip to under a killing mode, which is like straight up FMV. And there's 3 games, Tex Murphy games in FMV form. Highly recommend them. It's like cyberpunk, detective noir. Let's save before going there. 6, I think. It's not a big deal. And let's save over this one. Oh, okay. I wasted a lot of time there. Oh shit. Oh no. I have to go buy some bullets eventually. I don't know where to do that. Unless they refill each time I... Damn, yeah. Go, 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 go. Okay. Always only 2 screens. I step from the fog-shrouded street into the warehouse that Linsky rented. It's an old brick building located near the docks. The smell of the ocean has been absorbed into the wooden beams and walls, and the atmosphere is heavy and damp. The floor is cement, and every time I take a step, the whole area reverberates. It's dark inside, the only lighting being a panel of frosted glass windows up near the roof line. I can barely make out what appears to be a small area closed off from the rest of the building. I walk over and check it out. Yeah, this whole area, these are kind of nice. But now, like, if I go back out, do I have to go through the shooting part again? Forklift. Try to move it, probably can't, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Just so I don't forget. Look at it. The forklift is old and appears to be in poor condition. The what? Taste the forklift. What? A large rat trap looks well used. Get. You grab the rat trap and it slams shut on your finger, causing extreme pain. I got it. Large crates sit on the floor. One crate has an uneven hole near the floor. The hole is small and appears to have been jaggedly cut. Open. I can look at the hole, but get the hole? That's not getting the hole, but whatever. You reach inside the hole to open it further. I tried to open. You grabs hold of your finger. A large black rat grabs hold of your finger. You shake furiously and finally lets go. When you pull your end out, a small chunk of your forefinger is missing. Shit, man. What? I remember that. I think they mentioned that later or something. Now the hole is not there anymore. Can I open the crate? Taste the grate. No. Okay. The large machine is called an alpha wave processor. I know this how. It is too awkward to carry around and won't fit in the trunk. It's too heavy. You try to open it, it's no use. On off. Apparently I turned it on and off. Carefully examine the crates. Let's find nothing. Oh, ammunition. Oh, there you go. There's ammunition. Get. Standard metal office desk. Side desk drawer with handle. Gold pocket watch antique, street value $600. Ah. I'm gonna type in the stuff that's pretty obvious that it's pawnable. And by pawnable, I mean everything's pawnable, but like these are actual things to pawn. A check ledger. Last deposit from MTC Corporation. But we know that we can just type MTC Corp because the manual told us. Last check to Sonny Fletcher. Private investigation. Interesting. So, Mr. Call actually hired a private investigator called Sonny Fletcher. No, it's from MTC Corp to Sonny Fletcher. Who's MTC Corp? Sonny Fletcher, we don't know where this guy is, but we know he's a private investigator. MTC Corp, where do I put that? Well, check from MTC to him. There you go. Let's get that. Yes, sir. We can taste it. Seems like a bad idea. But that's the only place I can taste stuff. When I put it, I can get it, but when it's in my inventory, I can't taste it anymore. So let's taste it. Taste it. Let's go. You take several spoonfuls. Why? Whatever. Some relief. Get it. Band-Aid can. Let's taste that. They're quite chewy. Oh. Johnson & Johnson assorted edible Band-Aids. You get the can of assorted Band-Aid that contained a Nexus Pass card. Oh, maybe I could have opened that instead. Now we have the card, but we couldn't look at it here. That sucks. The radiation pills have an expiration date of 2011. They're a relic of an earlier era. I can definitely take those. Calendar, picture of farm 2033, the date October 3rd, 2033. On the timeline, I'm actually gonna put it. October 3rd. Date was circled in where Paul's warehouse. Doomsday. Oh, Doomsday. Interesting. Get that? Nope. Shut the fuck up. It's fine. I was told yesterday that I look 37 years old. Six goddamn years ago, before I met you. That was before. Yeah, because Battletech. Man, Battletech is one of the first game I streamed, right? I have a second playthrough though. I think. Was that playthrough on YouTube? I did a second playthrough where I'm much better. and I do that mission again, and I'm much better at it. But you will see my frustration when I did it the first time. You'll see I was like, wow, I couldn't. I think I failed once or twice. I don't know about that, but usually people give me about 7 to 8 years younger than I actually am. Which is cool. Fan. Let's get that fan. No. Using the key found at Linsky's home, you open the file cabinet drawer. So I should have a keys section. Let's put it here. Well, you're right. I do look younger for sure. I mean, I was younger, so it's normal. But I don't change that much. Like, of course, now I have the fucking beard, but I just started that. But if you compared, like, streams a couple of weeks ago and 6 years ago, there's not much a difference. And it's probably more, like, you can see more of my old traits maybe with this camera than the old camera. And also the way I streamed back then, like, there was high compressions. So I just looked like I had baby skin, which is not the case. I still haven't found you were completing the mission, but I found where I kick your ass and you start grinding side mission. Ah, there you go. So I decided that it was too tough. Interesting. Interesting. It was tough. It was fucking tough, that mission. It's really the mission that the game's like, there's no fucking around. Because it is not the hardest mission, I think. But when you're playing, it's like, whoa, the difficulty spiked at that point. A list of scientists that may be working on Overlord. Overlord. So again, Overlord, these are all things that were there here in the trigger words, but I didn't know that there were these words. But now we have people here, 3 guys. Overlord. So Overlord seemed to be Carl's project. From notes in warehouse. Three new names. Boom. Boom, boom. So we have John Moss. Scientist on Overlord. Another scientist on Overlord. This guy's name is Maurice Gribble. And then the last one called David Pope. Also a scientist for Overlord. Need to be sure that I write them down correctly, or else I will be fucked. Okay. Your basement was much darker, your camera was much more focused, and yeah, It's just the way that it was set up and it changed over the years. The darkness of this is again the camera and maybe even the bulb that I kind of changed the bulb eventually. Yeah, and in this image here, if you didn't know, it's actually kind of like tweaked a little bit to bring out a little bit the lighting, because it is not super lit. This room is not lit up at all. Like it is, but not really. By default, like it's just shit. This list, we want to take that. That's the list of, yes. Okay, and we used, yeah, I want to keys. We got the file cabinet key, and that has been used. But there's another one. There's another key. I can't remember the name of the key. There is another one. That's all. We did the file cabinet. What's with the fan? Can we move it? A large old-fashioned black floor safe. I don't have the key for that. Need ladder for boxes in. Just move it, but I need a ladder. Okay. Oh, and I need key. I need a key for the safe also. Newspaper article circled on the death of noted scientist Carl Davis. Man, lots of characters. Carl Davis. This guy is noted scientist. Noted dead scientist. And newspaper found in warehouse mention is death. Cause by accident. Okay, well, let's put this here. Get it? Yeah. Professor, they're on to you. I suggest you disappear fast. The name at the bottom of the fax message is Sonny Fletcher. So Sonny Fletcher, the private investigator, okay, sent fax to Carl. What's your name? He needs to disappear fast. Oh. Oh, I have this? What? I have a pass card? I picked up a pass card? Invalid blue password. Input blue password. Could be any of the password I have here. Let's try a bunch. Let's try Bishop. That's the most obvious one right now. Project note. Zielinski. I am frustrated with our attempt to find the... oh, wow, we have dates here. Oh, that's amazing. Let's put this in the timeline. 8/10/33. 8 is the month, right? Probably. August. So we have July, okay. August 10th. 2033, even though it's not that important. I'm frustrated with our attempt to find the other scientists working on this project. Carl looking for scientists working on project. So far, we have only put together a small list of possible colleagues and SF. Found small amount and SF. SF, Sonny Fletcher. SF, Sonny Fletcher. Now I can do a search here, SF. So maybe Sonny was the guy who talked about the password in Carl's office? That's interesting, even though he was just an investigator. Maybe. SF is not convinced that all scientists are naive about Overlord. Okay. So I have to question these fucking scientists. I'm gonna write know something, be persistent. And I'm gonna copy paste this for all the scientists here. I have discovered that in order to stop the project I will need to obtain all of the passcard and their passwords. Okay, we now know that the bishop thing, that was the blue card. The blue card for PC in warehouse. That's right, everything. Okay, I found where you go back. Damn, you have 3 heavy mechs and a medium. I have 4 mediums. Heavies are so slow. I also haven't acquired any on this space. Oh well, where's my popcorn? Are you gonna watch me play that mission? I'm gonna try to find you my second playthrough. I probably wasn't going with 3 heavies or something. That was completely over tonnage. But there's a limited tonnage in that game, right? So I probably went as far as I could go. I've discovered that in order to stop the project, I will need to obtain all the passcards and their passwords. But with the heavies, I can literally like shoot a bunch of missiles. You need a shit ton of range there, and I think you need a light mech that goes for the tanks or whatever, the guys that are going out. Or I know there's like 2 missions, and I just like there was one light / medium, maybe like faster mech that I brought. I've discovered that, so 9133, so was that August? So that's September 1st then. So the leave of absence was probably before August 10th. In July, he took some insurance money. Now we have September 1st. I discovered that in order to solve the project, yes. But what to... Page down? What to do once I've obtained them is unclear. SF believes once a scientist is through with this particular phase of work on Project Overlord, he's eliminated. Okay, so this is something I could tell these guys. These scientists might actually die. Carl Davis might have been dead because of that. Project Overlord. Scientists are eliminated once done. I completed my work on Overlord a week ago, and I'm still uneasy. I'm going to take my concern to J. St. Gideon, the former president of Gideon and MTC Corporation, another person of interest. Mr. J. St. Gideon. Former pres of Gideon and MTC Corp. Still don't know exactly what Gideon is and all that. Was that like previously MTC was called that? I've had severe headaches. Oh, that's a 20th. 20th. So 9/16. So completing my work. Carl wants to see J. Saint Gideon. And he says that a week earlier, that means September 9th, Carl finished his work on Overlord. I had severe headaches, so the 20th, he has headaches. Carl has severe headaches. Something is wrong inside my head. I am doing things that make no sense to me. I must try to, and then that's it. Just want to check something out. Okay, the September 1st, Carl discovered he needed all passwords and pass cards. But not what to do with them. He didn't know what to do with them. Can I, if I'm here, like no computer. Page down works. What about print screen? No. Maybe it would have printed on the printer. Okay. That seems to be all the areas here. Wait, can I use a forklift to get to those boxes? I can't start it up apparently. Yep. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save as 8. I think something like that, and that's gonna be it for tonight. I didn't think this game would be went so fast. Like I didn't stream 3 hours, but I prefer stopping here. We have a lot of information, and I won't go through it because I will go through it at the beginning of the next stream. At the beginning of the next stream, I will go through the file that I made here, and I'm gonna show you. It's pretty amazing, all the information we already have. We have 3 names of the scientists. We don't have where they live, but we have their names. We have a name of a dead scientist. These scientists also had numbers, so I don't know if that's the order they're gonna die or something. Or they're still working on it right now. I don't know. Oh, inventory. Yeah, one of these keys. This one has the cabinet. What about that one? Small desk key. Small desk key. Found in Carl office, and I don't know where that opens. I don't think I used it, but maybe. So yeah, now I have a reason to ask about MTC Corp. Now I have a reason to ask about all the things that the manual was advising me to ask about. I guess they're easy to miss. Maybe, like most of the things that you get information from, it's when you ask about people. Like I have so many people right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Maybe only 15. Because SF, I think, is Sonny Fletcher, but I'm not 100% about that. But we only have like 8 trigger words. So I think there's going to be a lot less of those words. Anyway, we're going to continue playing this on Tuesday. And tomorrow we continue our game of Vampire the Masquerade. There you go. We're gonna read Agus McMutton. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. See you next time. Yeah, so like I said, and again, we have changed time here Saturday. So if in your part of the world you haven't changed time, my stream will start a little later than, like an hour later than usual. But yeah, that's it. It's New York time here, so just look up New York time, and that's the time that it's here, and I start my stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow Vampire, Tuesday, more of this. Thanks for watching. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that for $1.
Inside.
For clothes that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener. Spray. Relief.
You two take care of